Okay. January 1st, National Hangover Day. It's observed annually on January 1st. The day follows New Year's Eve, a day that traditionally is spent celebrating ringing the new year. Symptoms of a hangover: feeling tired because alcohol is a toxin. Our bodies are designated to metabolize toxins, alcohol, at a certain pace. When the pace of consumption exceeds the pace the liver can process it, we become intoxicated and at a substantially higher risk for hangover. As the liver breaks down alcohol, it produces the toxic chemical acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. One of the substances the body produces to counter these toxins is glutathione. The body can only make so much at a time and can be quickly depleted during a night of drinking. So glutathione is a stimulant, and when it's depleted, we feel tired. Upset stomach. Alcohol promotes secretion of hydrochloric acid in the stomach. Excessive amounts of hydrochloric acid can lead to a queasy stomach, diarrhea, or vomiting. Headache or muscle aches. Alcohol is a diuretic. Dehydration can lead to aches and pains, as well as the upset stomach listed above. How to prevent that hangover: eat a fat and protein-loaded meal before or during the first round of drinks will slow the absorption of alcohol into the bloodstream. The food doesn't act as a sponge, soaking up the alcohol, but it does slow down the digestive process. Fats, and especially proteins, take longer to digest, and the alcohol will be released more slowly into the bloodstream. Drink water. Keep hydrated between beers or shots by drinking a glass of water in between. This will dilute the alcohol, give the liver time to keep up, and replace the fluids lost. Avoid diet cocktails. According to WebMD, studies show cocktails mixed with fruits, fruit juices, or other sugar-containing beverages lessen the intensity of a hangover. Pace yourself. The saying, beer than liquor, never been sicker, liquor than beer, have no fear, has more to do with the amount of alcohol consumed than the type. Beer tends to be consumed more quickly than hard liquor, and as the night goes on, each successive drink tends to go down easier. Starting with liquor and then switching to beer halfway through, one might drink more beer, but less total alcohol than if the process is reversed. Hangover cures. The only surefire cure for a hangover is time and lots of fluids. There are some common remedies that may help ease the symptoms, and there are others that only delay recovery. The most common cure is called a hair of the dog that bit you. This suggests that having some of what caused the hangover will help cure it. This will only delay recovery, as it will further tax the liver, increase the secretion of hydrochloric acid, and will not replace any of the fluids already lost to late night's revelry. Eat a banana. Bananas are high in potassium. This is the nutrient that is lost while consuming alcohol. Potassium loss contributes to muscle aches and cramps. Eating a banana will help ease these symptoms. In the movies, a strong cup of coffee is often shoved in the hands of the hangover victim and helps to bring some life back to them. Coffee is a diuretic, and while it may stimulate the body temporarily, the effects don't last and will only delay recovery. Drinking plenty of water during the party and replacing fluids can help ease the symptoms of hangover. Rehydrate with water, or also try fruit juices and sport drinks. These will replace electrolytes which have been lost and also help recover from low blood sugar. Studies have shown that alcohol consumption has a direct correlation to an increase in insulin. Pain relievers may be the logical choice for that pounding headache, which is a common symptom of a hangover. However, they also tax the already overworked liver. If a pain reliever is necessary, aspirin will have the least effect on the liver but can irritate the stomach. Either way, pain relievers may delay recovery more than just ease the symptoms. Over-the-counter miracle cures may seem too good to be true, and they probably are. Most of them require each pill to be taken with large quantities of water. See above about rehydration. These products may help ease the symptoms, but at an unnecessary expense. Eating a meal with complex carbohydrates, protein, and a little fat can help ease the symptoms of a hangover. Whole wheat toast can absorb some of the acid the stomach is producing. A fried egg can give the stomach something else to do instead of producing acid, and also replace some nutrients the body lost during the party binge. How to observe: use hashtag National Hangover Day when posting on social media. As history, at a get-together at the Oven and Tap, a restaurant in Bentonville, Arkansas, in October 2015, people were talking about national days. The conversation then turned to what day on the calendar had little or no national days attached to it. It was announced that January 1st was only known as New Year's Day. Keegan Gallagher and Mario Anderson both stated simultaneously that it should be National Hangover Day. It was submitted by Keegan Gallagher and Marlo Anderson, in October 2015. The day was approved by the Register of National Day Calendar in November of 2015. National Bloody Mary Day. For all of those who celebrated more than they should have, National Bloody Mary Day serves up one of the world's most popular hangover cures on January 1. It would seem the Bloody Mary is the product of several hard days' nights, lackluster cocktails, and seemingly tasteless liquor. When the Russian Revolution pressed fleeing men into Paris and to Harry's bar at the Ritz Hotel, bartender Ferdinand Pete Petiot mixed up a cocktail that eventually made its way to post-Prohibition America. According to Food and Drink in American History, Full Course Encyclopedia by Andrew F. Smith, the Bloody Mary made its debut in Paris at the Ritz Hotel in 1921. Originally named the Bucket of Blood, it also went by the name Red Snapper. Petiot later left Paris and introduced the vodka, tomato juice, lemon juice, Worcestershire, cayenne, and salt cocktail to the New York King Cole bar scene when Prohibition ended. Some attribute the name to notorious Queen Mary Tudor, who executed hundreds of Protestants in the name of Catholicism during her short 5-year reign from 1553 to 1558. Others claim Petiot's girlfriend of the same name receives the credit. Today's Bloody Mary includes a variation of ingredients from pickles, olives, and celery to bacon, horseradish, tobacco, and peppers. How to observe? Enjoy a Bloody Mary. Remember to drink responsibly and never drink and drive. Use hashtag National Bloody Mary Day to share on social media. History. Within our research, we were unable to identify the origins of National Bloody Mary Day. New Year's Day. Probably one of the most recognized holidays around the world. New Year's Day is observed January 1. Celebrations will begin in the Pacific Ocean with Samoa celebrating the New Year before the rest of the world. The latest stroke of midnight will occur in the middle of the Pacific Ocean near Baker Island, which is halfway between Hawaii and Australia. How to observe? Traditions around the world. Kiss at midnight the one person you hope to keep kissing the rest of the year. Making noise, either in form of fireworks, ringing bells, horns blasting, or pistol shots, are traditional around the world. Toasts to the new year are made with spiced wine in Holland, wassail in England, or champagne in the United States. Resolutions are not a modern tradition. The Babylonians made commitments to return borrowed objects and to pay old debts, and use hashtag New Year's Day to post on social media. History. The New Year has been celebrated for millennia. The earliest record of New Year's celebrations occurred during Babylonian times and was celebrated on the first new moon after the vernal equinox. These festivities occur in Martius, the first month in the early Roman calendar, which only had 10 months. King Pompilius later added the months Januarius, named for Janus, the pagan god of gates, doors, and beginnings, and Februarius, bringing the calendar to 12 months. It was Julius Caesar who created the Julian calendar, which most closely resembles the Gregorian calendar a majority of the world follows today. Romans celebrated January 1 in honor of Janus, offering sacrifices, giving gifts, and decorating with laurel branches. With his two faces, the god Janus was able to look toward the past and forward to the future. Celebrating the first day of the year in the appropriately named month of January, Romans made sacrifices to Janus, giving gifts and general revelry. Furthermore, about National Day Calendar. National Day Calendar is the authoritative source for fun, unusual, and unique national days. Since our humble beginnings on National Popcorn Day in 2013, we now track nearly 1,500 national days, national weeks, and national months. In addition, our research team continues to uncover the origins of existing national days, as well as discover new, exciting days for everyone to celebrate. Whether you want to celebrate your favorite mail carrier and flip-flops, share your joy for bacon and chocolate cake, or enjoy popcorn, our office favorite, on National Popcorn Day, stay in the know by signing up for our email updates and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Don't find yourself unprepared on Talk Like a Pirate Day or answer the phone like Buddy the Elf Day. Join us as we hashtag celebrate every day. Also, one personal side, if you want a non-alcoholic Bloody Mary, then it's 4 ounces tomato juice, 1.5 ounce beef stock or bouillon, dash of lemon juice, 2 drops of Tabasco to taste, pinch of celery salt, half a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, pinch of fresh ground black pepper, which is optional. Okay, January 1 is the first day of the new year in the Gregorian calendar. There are 364 days remaining until the end of the year, 365 in leap years. This day is known as New Year's Day. Since the day marks the beginning of the year, it's also the first day of the first quarter of the year and the first half of the year. History. During the Middle Ages, under the influence of the Catholic Church, many countries in Western Europe decided to move the start of the year to one or several important Christian festivals. December 25, the Nativity of Jesus; March 1, March 25, the Annunciation, or even Easter. The Byzantine Empire began its numbered year on September 1. In England, January 1 was celebrated as the New Year festival, but from the 12th century to 1752, the year in England began on March 25, Lady Day. So, for example, the parliamentary record announced the execution of Charles I as occurring on January 30, 1648, as the year did not end until March 24th. Although modern histories adjust the start of the year to January 1 and record the execution as occurring in 1649. Most Western European countries changed the start of the year to January 1 before they adopted the Gregorian calendar. For example, Scotland changed the start of the Scottish New Year to January 1 in 1600. England, Ireland, and the British colonies changed the start of the year to January 1 in 1752. Later that year, in September, the Gregorian calendar was introduced throughout Britain and the British colonies. These two reforms were implemented by the Calendar New Style Act 1750. January 1 became the official start of the year as follows: Julian calendar, 1362, Grand Duchy of Lithuania; 1544, Holy Roman Empire, Germany; 1556, Spain, Portugal; 1559, Prussia, Sweden; 1564, France; 1576, the Southern Netherlands; 1579, Duchy of Lorraine; 1583, Northern Netherlands; 1600, Scotland; 1700, Russia; 1752, Great Britain, excluding Scotland and its colonies; 1804, Serbia; Gregorian calendar, 1750, Tuscany; 1797, Republic of Venice; 1918, Ottoman Empire; 1941, Thailand. Events. Well, pre-Julian Roman calendar, 153 BC, for the first time, Roman consuls began their year in office on January 1. Early Julian calendar, before Augustus' leap year correction, 45 BC, the Julian calendar takes effect as a civil calendar of the Roman Empire, establishing January 1 as the new date of the new year. 42 BC, the Roman Senate possibly defies Julius Caesar. Julian calendar, 193, the Senate chose Pertinax against his will to succeed Commodus as Roman Empire. 417, Empress Honorius forces Galla Placidia into marriage to Constantius, his famous general Magister Militium, probable. 1001, Grand Prince Stephen I of Hungary is named the first king of Hungary by Pope Sylvester II, probable. 1068, Romanus IV Diogenes marries Eudokia Macrembolitissa and is crowned Byzantine emperor. 1259, Michael VIII Palaiologos is proclaimed co-emperor of the Emperor of Nicaea with his ward John IV Lascaris. 1438, Albert II of Habsburg is crowned King of Hungary. 1502, the present-day location of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, is first explored by the Portuguese. 1515, 20-year-old Francis, Duke of Brittany, succeeds to the French throne following the death of his father-in-law, Louis XII. 1527, Croatian nobles elect Ferdinand I of Austria as King of Croatia in the Parliament of Cetin. 1583 to 1700, well, we're going to see January 11th later. 1600, Scotland recognizes January 1 as the start of the year instead of March 25. 1651, Charles II is crowned King of Scotland. 1700, Russia begins using the Anno Domini era instead of the Anno Mundi era of the Byzantine Empire. And then 1701 to 1800, 1801 to 1900, 1901 to 2100. I'm going to see, we'll have to wait for January's 12, 13, and 14. Gregorian calendar, 1707, John V is proclaimed King of Portugal and the Algarves in Lisbon. 1739, Bouvet Island, the world's remotest island, is discovered by French explorer Jean-Baptiste Charles Bouvier de Lozier. 1772, the first traveler's checks, which can be used in 90 European cities, is issued by the London Credit Exchange Company. 1773, the hymn that became known as Amazing Grace, then titled 1 Chronicles 17, 16 to 17, is first used to accompany a sermon led by John Newton in the town of Olney, Buckinghamshire, England. 1776, American Revolutionary War. Norfolk, Virginia is burned by combined Royal Navy and Continental Army action. 1781, American Revolutionary War. 1,500 soldiers of the 6th Pennsylvania Regiment under General Anthony Wayne's command rebel against the Continental Army's winter camp in Morristown, New Jersey. In the Pennsylvania Line Mutiny of 1781. 1788, first edition of the Times of London, previously the Daily Universal Register, is published. 1801, the Legislative Union of Kingdom of Great Britain and Kingdom of Ireland is completed, as United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland is proclaimed. 1801, also, Ceres, the largest and first known object in the asteroid belt, is discovered by Giuseppe Piazzi. 1803, Emperor Jia Long orders all bronze wares of the Tay-Son dynasty to be collected and melted into 9 cannons for the Royal Citadel in Hue, Vietnam. 1804, French rules ends in Haiti. Haiti becomes the first Black republic and second independent country in North America after the United States. 1806, the French Republic calendar is abolished. 1808, the United States bans the importation of slaves. 1810, Major General Lachlan Macquarie officially becomes governor of New South Wales. 1822, the Greek Constitution of 1822 is adopted by the First National Assembly at Epidaurus. 1847, the world's first Mercy Hospital is founded in Pittsburgh by a group of Sisters of Mercy from Ireland. The name will go on to grace over 30 major hospitals throughout the world. Pittsburgh, United States. 1860, the first Polish stamp is issued, replacing the Russian stamps previously in use. 1861, liberal forces support Benito Juarez enter Mexico City. 1863, American Civil War. The Emancipation Proclamation takes effect on Confederate territory. 1877, Queen Victoria of the United Kingdom is proclaimed Empress of India. 1885, 25 nations adopt Sanford Fleming's proposal for standard time and also time zones. 1890, Eritrea is consolidated into a colony by the Italian government. 1892, Ellis Island begins processing immigrants into the United States. 1898, New York annexes land from surrounding counties, creating the city of Greater New York. The 4 initial boroughs, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx, were joined on January 25 by Staten Island to create the modern city of 5 boroughs. 1899, Spanish rule ends in Cuba. 1901, Nigeria becomes a British protectorate. Also, the British colonies of New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, South Australia, Tasmania, and Western Australia federate as the Commonwealth of Australia. Edmund Barton is appointed the first Prime Minister. 1902, the first American college football bowl game, the Rose Bowl between Michigan and Stanford, is held in Pasadena, California. 1910, Captain David Beatty is promoted to Rear Admiral and becomes the youngest admiral in the Royal Navy, except for royal family members, since Horatio Nelson. 1912, the Republic of China is established. 1914, the SPT airboat line becomes the world's first scheduled airline to use a winged aircraft. 1923, Britain's railways are grouped into the Big Four: LNER, GWR, SR, and LMS. 1927, New Mexico oil legislation goes into effect, leading to the formal outbreak of the Cristero War. 1928, Boris Bazanov defects through Iran. He is the only assistant of Joseph Stalin's secretariat to have defected from the Eastern Bloc. 1929, the former municipalities of Point Grey, British Columbia, and South Vancouver, British Columbia, are amalgamated into Vancouver. 1932, the United States Post Office Department issues a set of 12 stamps commemorating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. In 1934, Alcatraz Island in San Francisco Bay becomes a United States federal prison. That same year, a law for the prevention of genetically diseased offspring comes into effect in Nazi Germany. 1942, the Declaration by the United Nations is signed by 26 nations. 1945, World War II, in retaliation for the Malmedy massacre, U.S. troops kill 60 German POWs at Chignongne. Also, the German Luftwaffe launches Operation Bodenplatte, a massive but failed attempt to knock out Allied air power in Northern Europe in a single blow. 1947, Cold War. The American and British occupation zones in Germany after World War II merged to form the Bi Zone, which later, with the French zone, becomes part of West Germany. Also, the Canadian Citizenship Act 1946 comes into effect, converting British subjects into Canadian citizens. Prime Minister William Lyon Mackenzie King becomes the first Canadian citizen. 1948, the British Railway Network is nationalized to form British Railways. 1949, United Nations ceasefire takes effect in Kashmir from 1 minute before midnight. War between India and Pakistan stops accordingly. 1956, Sudan achieves independence from Egypt and the United Kingdom. 1957, Georgetown, Penang is made a city by a royal charter of Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom. 1958, European Economic Community is established. 1959, Cuban Revolution, Fulgencio Batista, dictator of Cuba, is overthrown by Fidel Castro's forces. 1960, Cameroon achieves independence from France and the United Kingdom. 1962, Western Samoa achieves independence from New Zealand. Its name is changed to the Independent State of Western Samoa. 1964, the Federation of Rhodesia and Nyasaland is divided into the independent republics of Zambia and Malawi and the British-controlled Rhodesia. 1965, the People's Democratic Party of Afghanistan is founded in Kabul. 1971, cigarette advertisements were banned on American television. 1973, Denmark, Ireland, and the United Kingdom are admitted into the European Economic Community. 1978, Air India Flight 855, a Boeing 747, crashes into the sea due to instrumental failure, spatial disorientation, and pilot error off the coast of Bombay, India, killing all 213 people on board. 1979, formal diplomatic relations are established between China and the United States. 1981, Greece is admitted into the European Union. 1982, Peruvian Javier Perez de Cuellar becomes the first Latin American to hold the title of Secretary General of the United Nations. 1983, the ARPANET officially changes to using the Internet Protocol, creating the Internet. 1984, the original American Telephone and Telegraph Company is divested of its 22 Bell System companies as a result of the settlement of the 1974 United States Department of Justice antitrust suit against AT&T. Same year, Brunei becomes independent of the United Kingdom. In 1985, the first British mobile phone call is made by Michael Harrison to his father, Sir Ernest Harrington, chairman of Vodafone. 1987, the Isleta Pueblo tribe elect Verna Williamson to be their first female governor. 1988, the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America comes into existence, creating the largest Lutheran denomination in the United States. 1989, the Montreal Protocol comes into force, stopping the use of chemicals contributing to ozone depletion. 1990, David Dinkins is sworn in as New York City's first black mayor. 1993, dissolution of Czechoslovakia is divided into the Czech Republic and Slovak Republic. 1993, the Zapatista Army of National Liberation initiates 12 days of armed conflict in the Mexican state of Chiapas. 1984, the North American Free Trade Agreement comes into effect. 1995, the World Trade Organization comes into being. That same year, the Draupner wave in the North Sea in Norway is detected, confirming the existence of freak waves. The same year, Austria, Finland, and Sweden joined the EU. 1998, following a currency reform, Russia begins to circulate new rubles to stem inflation and promote confidence. 1989, Euro currency is introduced in 11 member nations in the European Union, with the exception of the United Kingdom, Denmark, Greece, and Sweden. Greece later adopts the euro. 2002, Euro currency becomes legal tender in 12 of the European Union's member states. 2004, in a vote of confidence, General Pervez Musharraf wins 658 out of 1,170 votes in the Electoral College of Pakistan, and according to Article 41(8) of the Constitution of Pakistan, is deemed to be elected to the office of president until October 2007. 2007, Bulgaria and Romania joined the EU. 2007, that same year, Atom Air Flight 574 breaks apart in midair and crashes near the Makassar Strait, Indonesia, killing all 102 people on board. 2009, 66 people die in a nightclub fire in Bangkok, Thailand. 2010, a suicide car bomber detonates at a volleyball tournament in Laki Marwat, Pakistan, killing 105 and injuring 100 more. 2011, a bomb explodes at Coptic Christians in Alexandria, Egypt, leave a New Year's service. 2011, a bomb explodes as Coptic Christians in Alexandria, Egypt, leave a New Year's service, killing 23 people. Same year, Estonia officially adopts the euro currency and becomes the 17th Eurozone country. 2013, at least 60 people were killed and 200 injured in a stampede after celebrating at Felix Houphouët Boigny Stadium in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. 2015, the Eurasian Economic Union comes into effect, creating a political and economic union between Russia, Belarus, Armenia, Kazakhstan, and Kyrgyzstan. 2017, an attack on a nightclub in Istanbul, Turkey during New Year's celebration kills at least 39 people and injures more than 60 others. Births. 1431, Pope Alexander VI died 1503. 1449, Lorenzo de' Medici, Italian politician, died 1492. 1467, Sigismund I the Old, Polish king, died 1548. 1484, Huldrych Zwingli, Swiss pastor and theologian, died 1531. 1511, Henry, Duke of Cornwall, firstborn child of Henry VIII of England, died 1511. 1557, Stephen Boxkay, Prince of Transylvania, died 1606. 1600, Frederick Spanheim, Dutch theologian and academic, died 1649. 1628, Christopher Bernhard, German composer and theorist, died 1692. 1655, Christian Thomasius, German jurist and philosopher, died 1728. 1684, Arnold Drakenborg, Dutch scholar and author, died 1748. 1704, Soam Jenis, English author, poet, and politician, died 1787. 1711, Baron Franz von der Trenck, Austrian soldier, died 1749. 1714, Giovanni Battista Mancini, Italian soprano and author, died 1800. Also, Christy Jonas Donelaitis, Lithuanian pastor and poet, 1780. 1735, Paul Revere, American silversmith and engraver, died 1818. 1745, Anthony Wayne, American general and politician, died 1796. 1752, Betsy Ross, American seamstress, credited for designing the flag of the United States, died 1836. 1768, Maria Edgeworth, Anglo-Irish author, died 1849. 1769, Marie-Louise Lachapelle, French obstetrician, died 1821. 1774, André Marie Constance Dumier, French zoologist and academic, died 1860. 1779, William Clowes, English publisher, died 1847. 1803, Edward Dickinson, American politician and father of poet Emily Dickinson, died 1874. 1806, Lionel Kieseritzky, Estonian French chess player, died 1853. 1809, Achille Guini, French lawyer and entomologist, died 1880. 1813, George Biss, American politician, died 1868. George Bliss. 1814, Hong Jiwan, Chinese rebellion leader and king, died 1864. 1818, William Gamble, Irish-born American general, died 1866. 1819, Arthur Hugh Clough, English-Italian poet and academic, died 1861. Also, 1819, George Foster Shepley, American general, died 1878. 1823, Sandor Pitofi, Hungarian poet and activist, died 1849. 1833, Robert Lawson, Scottish New Zealand architect, designed the Ogato Boys High School and Knox Church, died 1902. 1834, Ludovic Halevi, French author and playwright, died 1908. 1839, Ouida, English-Italian author and activist, died 1908. 1848, John W. Goff, Irish-American lawyer and politician, died 1924. 1852, Eugenie Anatole Demarque, French chemist and academic, died 1904. Did I say John W. Goff died 1924? Okay. 1854, James George Fraser, Scottish anthropologist and academic, died 1941. 1854, Thomas Waddell, Irish-Australian politician, 15th Premier of New South Wales, died 1940. 1857, Tim Keefe, American baseball player, died 1933. 1859, Michael Joseph Owens, American inventor, died 1923. 1859, Thaba Min, Burmese king, died 1916. 1816, Michel Lega, Italian cardinal, died 1935. 1863, Pierre de Coubertin, French historian and educator, founded the International Olympic Committee, died 1937. 1864, Alfred Stieglitz, American photographer and curator, died 1943. 1864, Kibashi, Chinese painter, died 1957. 1867, Mary Ackworth Evershed, English astronomer and scholar, died 1949. 1874, Frank Knox, American publisher and politician, 46 U.S. Secretary of the Navy, died 1944. 1874, Gustav Whitehead, German-American pilot and engineer, died 1927. 1877, Alexander von Stahl-Holstein, German sinologist and Orientalist, died 1937. 1878, Agner Kraurup Erlang, Danish mathematician, statistician, and engineer, died 1929. 1879, E.M. Forrester, English author and playwright, died 1970. 1879, William Fox, Hungarian-American screenwriter and producer, founded the Fox Film Corporation and Fox Theaters, died 1952. 1883, William J. Donovan, American general, lawyer, and politician, died 1959. 1884, Chikue Nakajima, Japanese lieutenant engineer and politician, founded Nakajima Aircraft Company, died 1949. 1884, Konstantinos Saudaris, Egyptian Greek politician, Prime Minister of Greece, died 1970. 1887, Wilhelm Canaris, German admiral, died 1945. 1888, Georgios Stanotas, Greek general, died 1965. 1888, John Garand, Canadian-American engineer, designed the M1 Garand rifle, died 1974. 1889, Charles Bickford, American actor, died 1967. 1890, Anton Melek, Slovenian geographer and academic, died 1966. 1891, Sampur Nanand, Indian educator and politician, third governor of Rajasthan, died 1969. 1892, Mahadevi Desai, Indian author and activist, died 1942. 1892, Manuel Roxas, Filipino lawyer and politician, fifth president of the Philippines, died 1948. 1893, Mordecai Frazis, Greek colonel, died 1940. 1894, Satyendra Nath Bose, Indian physicist and mathematician, died 1974. 1894, Edward Joseph Hunkelaer, American clergyman, died 1970. 1895, J. Edgar Hoover, American law enforcement official, first director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, died 1972. 1900, Chiun Sugihara, Japanese soldier and diplomat, died 1986. 1900, Xavier Cugat, Spanish-American singer-songwriter and actor, died 1990. 1902, Buster Nupen, Norwegian South African cricketer and lawyer, died 1977. 1902, Hans von Donanhi, German jurist and political dissident, died 1945. 1904, Faisal Elahi Chaudhry, Pakistani lawyer and politician, fifth president of Pakistan, died 1982. 1905, Stanislaw Mazur, Ukrainian Polish mathematician and theorist, died 1981. 1906, Manuel Silos, Filipino filmmaker and actor. 1907, Kinun Hitomi, Japanese sprinter and long jumper, died 1931. 1909, Dana Andrews, American actor, died 1992. 1909, Stefan Bandera, Ukrainian soldier and politician, died 1959. 1911, Audrey Werderman, American poet and author, died 1960. 1911, Basil Dearden, English director, producer, and screenwriter, died 1971. 1911, Hank Greenberg, American baseball player, died 1986. 1911, Rowan Totenberg, Polish-American violinist and educator, died 1912. Died 2012. 1912, Boris Vladimirovich Nedenko, Russian mathematician and historian, died 1985. 1912, Kim Philby, British spy, died 1988. 1912, Nikiforos Ritakos, Greek poet and academic, died 1991. 1914, Noor Inayat Khan, British SOE agent, died 1944. 1917, Shannon Boleyn, American actress and singer, died 1916. 1918, Patrick Anthony Porteous, Scottish colonel, Victoria Cross recipient, died 2000. 1918, Willie Dan Owan, Dutch swimmer, died 1997. 1919, Carol Landis, American actress, died 1948. 1919, J.D. Salinger, American soldier and author, died in 2010. 1919, Rocky Graziano, American boxer and actor, died in 1990. 1920, Osvaldo Cavandoli, Italian cartoonist, died in 2007. 1921, Cesar Baldacchini, French sculptor and academic, died in 1998. 1921, Ismail al-Farouki, Palestinian-American philosopher and academic, died in 1986. 1921, Regina Bianchi, Italian actress, died in 2013. 1922, Ernest Hollings, American soldier and politician, 106th governor of South Carolina. 1923, Valentia Cortez, Italian actress. 1923, Milt Jackson, American jazz vibraphonist and composer, died 1999. 1923, Francisco Macias Guima, Equatorial Guinea politician, first president of the Republic of Equatorial Guinea, died 1979. 1923, Matthew Beard, American child actor, died 1981. 1925, Paul Bomani, Tanzanian politician and diplomat, first Tanzanian Minister of Finance, died 2005. 1926, Kazis Petkevicius, Lithuanian basketball player and coach, died 2008. 1927, Doak Walker, American football player and businessman, died 1998. 1927, James Reeb, American clergyman and political activist, died in 1965. 1927, Maurice Béjart, French dancer, choreographer, and director, died 2007. 1927, Vernon L. Smith, American economist and academic Nobel Prize laureate. 1928, Ernest Tidyman, American author and screenwriter, died in 1984. 1928, Gerhard Weinberg, German-American historian, author, and academic. 1929, Larry L. King, American journalist, author, and playwright, died 2012. 1930, Frederick Wiseman, American director and producer. 1930, Ghaffar Nimri, Egyptian Sudanese politician, fourth president of Sudan, died 2009. 1932, Giuseppe Patain, Italian conductor, died in 1989. 1933, James Hormel, American philanthropist and diplomat. 1933, Joe Orden, English dramatist, died in 1967. 1934, Alan Berg, American lawyer and radio host, died in 1984. 1934, Lakhdar Brahimi, Algerian politician, Algerian Minister of Foreign Affairs. 1935, Prakash Chautala, Indian politician. 1936, James Sinegal, American businessman, co-founder of Costco. 1938, Frank Langella, American actor. 1939, Michelle Mercier, French actress. 1939, Phil Reed, English motorcycle racer and businessman. 1939, Senfronia Thompson, American politician. 1941, Yunosi Touré, Malayan politician, Prime Minister of Mali. 1942, Alassane Ouattara, Ivorian economist and politician, president of the Ivory Coast. Doubtful. 1942, Country Joe McDonald, American singer, songwriter, and guitarist. 1942, Dennis Archer, American lawyer and politician, 67th mayor of Detroit. 1942, Gennady Sarafanov, Russian pilot and cosmonaut, died in 2005. 1943, Don Novello, American comedian, father Guido Sarducci, screenwriter and producer. 1943, Tony Knowles, American soldier and politician, 7th governor of Alaska. 1943, Vladimir Sekis, Croatian lawyer and politician, 16th Speaker of the Croatian Parliament. 1944, Barry B., the Australian rugby league player. 1944, Matti Unt, Estonian author, playwright, and director, died 2005. 1944, Omar al-Bashir, Sudanese field marshal and politician, 7th president of Sudan. 1944, Teresa Toranska, Polish journalist and author, died 2013. 1944, Zafarullah Khan Jamali, Pakistani field hockey player and politician, 13th Prime Minister of Pakistan. 1945, Jackie Ickx, Belgian racing driver. 1945, Victor Ashe, American politician and former United States ambassador to Poland. 1946, Claude Steele, American social psychologist and academic. 1946, Rivellino, Brazilian footballer and manager. 1947, John Corzine, American sergeant and politician, 54th governor of New Jersey. 1948, Devlet Bahçeli, Turkish economist, academic, and politician, 57th Deputy Prime Minister of Turkey. 1948, Dick Quacks, New Zealand runner and politician, died 2018. 1948, Pavel Grevech, Russian general and politician, first Russian Minister of Defense, died 2012. 1949, Boris Tarasyak, Ukrainian politician and diplomat. 1950, Wayne Bennett, Australian rugby league player and coach. 1950, Deepa Mehta, Indian-Canadian director and screenwriter. 1951, Martha P. Haynes, American astronomer and academic. 1951, Nana Pettikar, Indian actor, screenwriter, and film director. 1951, Radia Perlman, American software designer and network engineer. 1952, Saji N. Karun, Indian director and cinematographer. 1953, Gary Johnson, American businessman and politician, 29th governor of New Mexico. 1954, Bob Menendez, American lawyer and politician. 1954, Dennis O'Driscoll, Irish poet and critic, died 2012. 1954, Yanis Papathanasiou, Greek engineer and politician, Greek minister of finance. 1955, Gennady Lyachin, Russian captain, died 2000. 1955, Lamar Hoyt, American baseball player. 1955, Mary Beard, English scholar, academic, and classicalist. 1955, Precious, Canadian wrestler and manager. 1956, Sergei Avdeyev, Russian engineer and astronaut. 1956, Christian Lagarde, French lawyer and politician, managing director of the International Monetary Fund. 1956, Martin Plaza, Australian singer-songwriter and guitarist. 1957, Evangelos Venizelos, Greek lawyer and politician, deputy prime minister of Greece. 1958, Grandmaster Flash, Barbadian rapper and DJ. 1959, Abdul Ahad Mohammad, Afghan colonel, pilot, and astronaut. 1959, Azali Assoumani, Comorian colonel and politician, president of the Comoros. 1959, Michel Onfray, French philosopher and author. 1959, Panagotis Giannakis, Greek basketball player and coach. 1961, Sam Bacco, Australian rugby league player. 1962, Anton Muscatelli, Italian-Scottish economist and academic. 1963, Serdan Dragojevic, Serbian film director and screenwriter. 1963, Jean-Marc Gounon, French racing driver. 1964, Dee Pfeiffer, American actress. 1965, Miki Higashino, Japanese pianist and composer. 1966, Anna Burke, Australian businesswoman and politician, 28th Speaker of the Australian House of Representatives. 1966, Ivica Dacic, Serbian journalist and politician, 95th Prime Minister of Serbia. 1966, Tihomir Orešković, Croatian Canadian businessman and 11th Prime Minister of Croatia. 1967, Tarera Nikau, New Zealand rugby league player. 1968, Davor Suker, Croatian footballer. 1969, Morris Chestnut, American actor. 1971, Bobby Hulik, Czech American ice hockey player and coach. 1971, Jyotiraditya Madhavro Scindia, Indian politician. 1971, Sammy Henson, American wrestler and coach. 1972, Lilian Thuram, French footballer. 1974, Johan Peretti, American entrepreneur and publisher. 1974, Christian Paradis, Canadian lawyer and politician, 9th Canadian Minister of Industry. 1975, Becky Keller-Duke, Canadian ice hockey player. 1975, Chris Ainsley, Australian basketball player and coach. 1975, Fernando Tatis, Dominican baseball player. 1975, Joe Cannon, American soccer player and sportscaster. 1978, Philip O'Brien, Northern Irish footballer and priest. 1979, did I say 70? Yeah, 78. 79, Vidya Balan, Indian actress. 1981, Zsolt Baumgartner, Hungarian racing driver. 1982, David Nalbandian, Argentinian tennis player. 1982, Egidio Arevalo Rios, Uruguayan footballer. 1983, Melanie Walker, Jamaican hurdler. Melaine Walker, 1983, Park Sung-yeon, South Korean archer. 1984, Michael Witt, Australian rugby league player. 1985, Stephen Davis, Northern Irish footballer. 1985, Tiago Splitter, Brazilian basketball player. 1986, Pablo Suevas, Uruguayan tennis player. 1986, Ramses Barden, American football player. 1987, Merrill Davis, American ice dancer. 1989, Jason Pierre-Paul, American football player. 1992, Nathaniel Petteru, New Zealand rugby league player. 1984, Brendan Elliott, Australian rugby league player. Deaths. 138, Lucius Aulus, adopted son and intended successor of Hadrian, born 101. 404, Telemachus, Christian monk and martyr. 466, Qianfei, Chinese emperor of the Liu Song dynasty, born 449. 680, Javanshir, Albanian king, born 616. 827, Adelar of Corby, Frankish abbot, 898. Odo I, Frankish king, born 860. 951. Ramiro II, king of Leon and Galicia. 1031. William of Volpiano, Italian abbot, born 962. 1189. Henry of Marcy, Cistercian abbot, born circa 1136. 1204. Haakon III, king of Norway, born 1182. 1387. Charles II, king of Navarre, born 1332. 1496. Charles d'Orleans, count of Angoulême, born 1459. 1515. Louis XII, king of France, born 1462. 1559. Christian III, king of Denmark, born 1503. 1560. Joachim du Bellay, French poet and critic, born 1522. 1617. Hendrik Goltzius, Dutch painter and illustrator, born 1558. 1697. Filippo Baldinucci, Florentine historian and author, born 1624. 1716. William Wycherley, English playwright and poet, born 1641. 1748. Johann Bernoulli, Swiss mathematician and academic, born 1667. 1780. Johann Ludwig Krebs, German organist and composer, born 1713. 1782. Johann Christian Bach, German composer, born 1735. 1798. Fletcher Norton, first Baron Grantley, English lawyer and politician, British Speaker of the House of Commons, born 1716. 1793. Francesco Guardi, Italian painter and educator, born 1712. 1796. Alexandra Theophila Vandermonde, French mathematician and chemist, born 1735. 1813. Gioacchino Navarro, Maltese priest and poet, born 1748. 1817. Martin Henrik Klaproth, German chemist and academic, born 1743. 1846. John Torrington, English soldier and explorer, born 1825. 1853. Gregory Blaxland, Australian farmer and explorer, born 1778. 1862. Mikhail Ostrogradsky, Ukrainian mathematician and physicist, born 1801. 1881. Louis Auguste Blanqui, French activist, born 1805. 1892. Roswell B. Mason, American lawyer and politician, 25th mayor of Chicago, born 1805. 1894. Heinrich Hertz, German physicist and academic, born 1857. 1896. Alfred Eli Beach, American publisher and lawyer, created the Beach Pneumatic Transit, born 1826. 1906. Hugh Nelson, Scottish Australian farmer and politician, 11th Premier of Queensland, born 1833. 1918. William Wilfred Campbell, a Canadian poet and author, born 1858. 1919. Mikhail Drozdovsky, Russian general, born 1881. 1921. Theobald von Bethem Hollweg, German lawyer and politician, 5th Chancellor of Germany, born 1856. 1922. Istvan Kuhar, Slovenian priest and politician, born 1887. 1929. Mustafa Nakati, Turkish civil servant and politician, Turkish Minister of Environment and Urban Planning, born 1894. 1931. Martinus Vijverink, Dutch microbiologist and botanist, born 1851. 1937. Bhakti Siddhantha Saravati, Indian religious leader, founded the Gaudiya Math, born 1874. 1940. Panugati Lakshminara Simha Rao, Indian author and educator, born 1865. 1944. Edwin Lutyens, English architect, designer at Castle Drogo and Thiepval Memorial, born 1869. 1944. Charles Trotter, Australian cricketer, born 1862. 1953. Hank Williams, American singer, songwriter, and guitarist, born 1923. 1954. Duff Cooper, English politician, diplomat, Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, born 1890. 1954. Leonard Bacon, American poet and critic, born 1887. 1955, Arthur C. Parker, American archaeologist and historian, born 1881. 1960, Margaret Sullivan, American actress, born 1909. 1965, Emma Asson, Estonian historian and politician, born 1889. 1966, Vincent Auriol, French journalist and politician, 16th president of the French Republic, born 1884. 1869, Barton McLean, American actor, playwright, and screenwriter, born 1902. 1971, Amphilochius of Pokaiviv, Ukrainian saint, born 1894. 1972, Maurice Chevalier, French actor and singer, born 1888. 1978, Karl Hesse, German Canadian painter, born 1911. 1980, Pietro Nenni, Italian journalist and politician, Italian Minister of Foreign Affairs, born 1891. 1981, Hepzibah Menuhin, American-Australian pianist, born 1920. 1982, Victor Bruno, American actor, born 1938. 1984, Alex Corner, French-English singer-songwriter and guitarist, born 1928. 1992, Grace Hopper, American computer scientist and admiral, co-developed COBOL, born 1906. 1994, Arthur Baron Porritt, New Zealand physicist and politician, 11th Governor General of New Zealand, born 1900. 1994, Cesar Romero, American actor, born 1907. 1994, Edward Arthur Thompson, Irish historian and academic, born 1914. 1955, Eugene Wigner, Hungarian-American physicist and mathematician, Nobel Prize laureate, born 1902. 1996, Arleigh Burke, American admiral, born 1901. 1986, Arthur Rudolph, German-American engineer, born 1906. 1997, Ivan Graziani, Italian singer-songwriter and guitarist, born 1945. 1987, Townes Van Zandt, American singer-songwriter, guitarist, and producer, born 1944. 1998, Helen Wills, American tennis player and coach, born 1905. 2001, Ray Walsh, an American actor, born 1914. 2002, Julia Phillips, American film producer and author, born 1944. 2003, Joe Foss, American soldier, pilot, and politician, 20th governor of South Dakota, born 1915. In 2005, Shirley Chisholm, American educator and politician, born 1924. 2005, Eugene J. Martin, American painter, born 1938. 2006, Harry Magdoff, American economist and journalist, born 1913. 2007, Roland Levinsky, South African English biochemist and academic, born 1943. 2007, Tilly Olson, American short story writer, born 1912. 2008, Pratap Chandra Chunder, Indian educator and politician. 2009, Claiborne Pell, American politician, born 1918. 2010, Hassa de Sela, American Mexican singer-songwriter, born 1972. 2011, Marin Constantine, Romanian composer and conductor, born 1925. 2012, Kiro Gligorov, Bulgarian Macedonian lawyer and politician, first president of the Republic of Macedonia, born 1970. 2012, Nay Win Mayong, Burmese physician, businessman, and activist, born 1962. 2012, Tommy Mott, American football player and coach, born 1922. 2013, Christopher Martin Jenkins, English journalist, born 1945. 2013, Patty Page, American singer and actress, born 1927. 2014, Higashi Fushimi Kunihide, Japanese monk and educator, born 1910. 2014, Juanita Moore, American actress, born 1914. 2014, William Gimwa, Tanzanian banker and politician, 13th Tanzanian Minister of Finance, born 1950. 2015, Boris Morukov, Russian physicist and astronaut, born 1950. 2015, Donna Douglas, American actress, born 1932. 2015, Mario Cuomo, American lawyer and politician, 52nd governor of New York, born 1932. 2015, Omar Karami, Lebanese lawyer and politician, 58th Prime Minister of Lebanon, born 1934. 2015, Dale Bumpers, American soldier, lawyer, and politician, 38th Governor of Arkansas, born 1925. 2016, Fazou Aliyeva, Russian poet and journalist, born 1932. 2016, Vilmos Zsigmond, Hungarian-American cinematographer and producer, born 1930. 2017, Derek Parlit, British philosopher, born 1942. 2017, Tony Atkinson, British economist, born 1944. 2017, Yvonne Dupuis, Canadian politician, born 1926. 2018, Robert Mann, American violinist, born 1920. Holidays and observances. Christian feast day. Adelar of Corbie. Basil the Great, Eastern Orthodox Church. Feast of the Circumcision of Christ. Feast of the Holy Name of Jesus, Anglican Communion, Lutheran Church. Feast of Fools, Medieval Europe. Fulgentius of Ruspe. Giuseppe Maria Tomasi. Solemnity of Mary, Mother of God, the octave day of Christmas, considered a holy day of obligation in some countries, Catholic Church, and its related observances, World Day of Peace. Telemachus, Zygmunt Gorazdowski, January 1, Eastern Orthodox liturgics. Earliest day on which Hansay Monday can fall, while January 7th is the latest, celebrated on the first Monday of the year in Scotland. Second day of Hogmanay, Scotland, December 31 to January 1, in some cases until January 2nd. The last day of Kwanzaa, African Americans. The 8th of the 12 days of Christmas, Western Christianity. Constitution Day in Italy. Dissolution of Czechoslovakia-related observances, Day of the establishment of the Slovak Republic, Slovakia. Restoration Day of the Independence, Czech State, Czech Republic. Emancipation Day, United States. Euro Day, European Union. Flag Day, Lithuania. Commemorates raising the Lithuanian flag on Gediminas Tower in 1919. Founding Day, Taiwan commemorates the establishment of the Provisional Government of Nanjing. Global Family Day, Independence Day in Brunei, Cameroon, Haiti, and Sudan. International Nepali Hoti and Nepali Topi Day. Jump Up Day in Montserrat. Kalpataru Day in Ramakrishna Movement. Kamakura Ibisu, January 1 to 3, in Kamakura, Kanagawa, Japan. National Bloody Mary Day, United States. National Tree Planting Day in Tanzania. New Year's Day, Gregorian calendar, Japanese New Year. Novi God Day, Russia. Sujuwachi on Okinawa Islands. Polar Bear Swim Day, Canada and United States. Public Domain Day in multiple countries. Triumph of the Revolution, Cuba. Whew.